Oh, good evening, Peep Gang, and welcome again to Let's Play Total War Shogun 2 with me, the Flagmeister. Now, if this is entirely different from what you were expecting to see when last I left off, I do not blame you, because this is obviously not the siege battle of the last Amako province, which name I have forgotten. This is instead the start of the summer 1549. I simply had to redo the battle because the data I recorded was corrupted, but fortunately the autosave was made the turn before that battle, so everything else you are seeing should be quite reminiscent. Suffice it to say that the battle ended very much in our favor. We completely obliterated the Amako, and we are in rather a nice spot at the moment. If you look at the bottom right corner, you'll be seeing that we are raking in a very nice turn income. Unfortunately, we just launched trade with the Shimazu, with whom we were previously trading the last couple of turns, and we just got another message here for Nanban trade, which means that the Southern Barbarians, also known as the Portuguese, has decided to visit our fair land of Nippon and are bestowing upon us the gift of Teppo, or as we like to call it, matchlocks. Now we can either choose to accept or decline the trade. As far as I know, there's no real reason to decline it. The only real ramification starts when you begin to build the Nanban trade port, and by accepting it we get ourselves a free unit of matchlock Ashigaru. Now I'm not at all disinclined to do that, so let's accept this trade. Unfortunately, for some reason the audio for this one is very muted, and I do not know why. It is a very nice little cutscene. You can see what I can narrate it for you. But even so, these foreigners and their guns could give a man power and victory wipes away dishonor. So we got our samurai getting his teppo, being taught the use of that. And okay, so again, we are here in the summer of 1549. We are building up ourselves a trade empire. If you look at our trade tab, you'll be seeing that we are at pretty much 100 export ratio here. We could do with some more trade partners. Let's just quickly see whether or not we can get any. The Matsuda are close by, and they would be willing to trade with us, and they're already trading with our allies Vikikawa, so I accept. Cool. Now that was a land trade route, so let's see if we can trade with the Shawnee, which we can. But what about the Date? They are even bigger. Oh yes. Excellent. So now we are exporting everything across the board. Luckily I have been recruiting some more trade ships when you weren't looking, that is. And here we go. How much cotton are we exporting? Nearly fulfilled our quota. So I did recruit another trade ship, didn't I? I did. So if you go here, then we will have this ship go here. And how does that work out? Yes. Now that is fine by me. You'll also notice that I decided to recruit some more ships here. Look at that income, 3,000 cocoa per turn. We can really build up a navy now. Let's get some... no, not a Bokubai, some medium bunes, and reinforce our fleets who are controlling the strait here. And we have yet another trade ship here, which can get itself in position to trade in more cotton. And I want it to train more medium bunes. Now the Yurukami were previously the allies of our Amako not friend, they weren't friends, they were foes. They were. We are currently trading with them, and the trade we are dealing with them is yielding a nice income. They're actually one of our best trade partners. They are the second best trade partner, apart from the Date. Now we could move on to the Yamana, but the Yamana have a pretty nice army here. I don't think that would be prudent. For the time being, I'm not going to be too aggressive. I'm going to bide my time. Of course, we're going to get this unit of Teppo closer to our actual army, and I think we can justify recruiting a few more units here. We have the income to do so. And what shall we be using our vast sums of money on? You know what, instead of getting another unit of light cav, I'm instead going to upgrade this one into a Fletcher shop, which will give us an increased 5% accuracy. Well, it's not percent, but 5 points accuracy. This one already gives us 5, so yeah, it will tell you up to a total of 10. And having seized this province in our last battle, it is very evident that this is a very opportune place to be making a archery province. It has access to archers, or fletchers rather. It already has an archery dojo, and if we decide to upgrade this one into a fort, we can place an encampment here and upgrade it with the archery encampment, giving another 5 accuracy, making us produce killer bowmen in here. So that is what I thinking is the road to go. Now it is tempting to move onwards against the Urukami here. They have some nice lands, or do they? They have access to iron, which would be nice. They have some Mega soil. This province is completely undefended. It is very tempting to move against them, but our army is still slightly depleted from that siege. Thankfully, Heaven and Earth is really making a difference. We are recruiting so many units so fast, and they are all pretty much veteraned out. Okay. So, might as well reinforce our forces here. And I do believe we are nearly done for this turn. Let's just move this ship further down the coastline. See if we can find some more interesting people to trade with or kill. Nothing is excluded in that regard. Of course, we can't trade with anyone else at the moment, not until we get ourselves another trade port, which we are building in this province, and it will be done in 3 turns. So, okay, I think that's it for this turn. Our infrastructure is growing. We are raking in cocoa hand over fist. We got a surplus food. And we need to decide how best to develop our army further, as well as to whom we shall be granting the merciful blow of our katana. So I'll be seeing you next turn, when something interesting is most likely due to happen. Okay, let's just see who declared war. The Date and the Uesugi. Uesugi! I'm not at all displeased with that. I don't even know where the Uesugi are anymore. They have this tiny province left here. Oh well. Okay, I'll be seeing you. And most unfortunate turn of event has just occurred during the passing of this turn. Our loyal friends, the dependable Uesugi, have decided to turn against us. Now they are allied with the Shoni, while we have the Kikawa at our side. Now this puts us in a bit of a pickle, because this leaves our left flank of our empire wide open to the Uchi, who will not be late to seize upon this opportunity. But let's just see what happens. Let's call our Kikawa friends to our aid and see what happens. They're not joined by the Shoni, but Kikawa joins us. I knew this day would come. I knew we would be betrayed, but I must admit I did not suspect it from happening from this side of our alliance. But then again, they are ambitious, so what can you really expect from them? The Kikawa are already moving out and trying to assist us. That is most gracious of them. And this is also quite fortunate. If we had decided to move on the... oh, what is this? The Waka Waka threat. Now, I would like some more trade goods, obviously, but unfortunately, I can't do without the money. So, there's nothing to be done about that. We will leave the Urukami to their own devices, and instead, we are going to be marching against our friends, who are most dastardly. I would actually have expected them to be in a position to strike when they declared war, but indeed they're not. They are just shuffling their troops around. Okay, let's make sure we are recruiting some Moktanas here. Let's get this unit of Teppo inside the walls. Teppo are extremely useful when it comes to sieges. They really rake armored samurai apart. Another unit of Yari Ashigaru. And what else happened this turn? We recruited some more ships. Let's make sure we are rating their shipping. Where are their shipyards? They have only one shipyard as far as I can see. Yes. So, the Uchi are being raided here. And we are reinforcing our navy here with more ships. Perhaps I'll be getting to show you an actual naval battle as they occur here in DarthMod. They are, to say the least, quite a bit different, and you'll see why if they ever happen. Okay, so this one is within reach, and it is tempting to... You know what, I think I'm actually going to try to fight this battle so you can see what the fuss is all about. If I can at all, obviously. Okay, these guys are apparently in port. I don't know what they're doing, but I can't attack them, unfortunately. So... okay, well, our Kikawa allies are moving in. This is good, we'll protect our province. And we still need to move our main army out. So let's get Takikake, these guys, you at least. You. Let's not get greedy. Nope. Just deselected them all. Okay, I can remove one more unit, and that is going to be this unit of Yari Ashigaru. Problem is, I'm not too certain that the Urukami will not attack us during the next turn. It would be too much like them. In fact, I'm going to move our heir into this province so he can protect it. What did we construct this turn? We got ourselves an open gold pit, giving us quite a nice increase in income. And we concluded the construction of our our markets, giving us access to a Metsuke. He who can see the shadow has power in the light. Metsuke bribing, deal in bribery and corruption, keep order and watch for assassins and spies. That's what they do. They are highly useful. They are a bitch to level up, but once you do, they can really boost the income of a province. what they do is pretty much they just hike up the tax rate which you use to actually create revenue. And obviously the higher level the Metzke, the better.